Alright then, now we will see how we can add some custom names to our grid lines. So what I'll do to demonstrate that, I'll just comment out the grid template, okay? And I will do something like grid template columns, one FR, one FR, and one FR, okay? And I will do the grid template rows to something like one FR and one FR, okay? All right, so as you can see, this happens, right? And now what I'll do, I'll just comment out these and also get rid of all of that, okay? We will write all of these in a moment, okay? All right, so if I do that, now this happens. And now what I'll do, I'll just go ahead and comment out the second element as well, okay? So we have only one element. So now we want to add some custom names to our grid lines. So how we can do that? To do that, we have to open up the square brackets here and we can write some name. So for this one, for the starting line, I will add column 1 start, okay? All right. Then for the next one, after this one, for the next one, that would be column 1 end, as well as the column 2 start, okay? All right, then for the next one, the next line would be column 2 end and column 3 start, okay? And for the last one, what we have, we will have column 3 end, okay? All right, so hit save. Now we have, for the first one, we have the column 1 start. For the second line, we have the name of column 1 end and column 2 start. For the third line, we have the name of column 2 end and column 3 start. And for the last line, we have the column 3 end. So if I go ahead inside of my browser, the names are not showing up by default. And why it is not showing up? Because here inside of this drop down, we have to select the show line names. If we do that, then as you can see, I cannot zoom into those names, okay? So we have column 1 start, then column 1 end and column 2 start, then column 3 start and column 2 end, and we have column 3 end here, okay? And we can add the names for the rows as well, but before doing so, what I'll do, I'll just add it something like that, okay? Or something like this. Hopefully that is visible inside of the recording, okay? So this is something which we can do. And here as well, what I can do the same thing. I can do row 1 start, okay? And for the middle one, I have to do something like row 1 end and row 2 start. And for the last line for the row, I can do something like row 2 end, okay? Hit save. If I do that, now we have the names for the row lines as well, okay? And also you can write anything you want. It is not limited to this one. So if I want to just remove the column to start from here for this one, okay? If I just save that, okay, all right. So yeah, if I just save that, and now here, as you can see, we have only column 1 end. So you can write anything you want, but I like to use the column 1 start and column 1 end and so on and so forth, because it is pretty much descriptive, okay? And now what we can do by using the names, like the custom names, we can do something like grid column start, and we can add the name instead of the grid line numbers. Okay, so I can do something like column to start. Okay, copy that. So that will start from the column to start, and grid column end. Okay, and I can do something like here for the last one we have the column 3 end, so I can do that as well. So I can do something like call 3 end, so I can just point out to the name of the line, and as you can see this works, right? This works as it was working with the grid line numbers. So this is an alternative approach which you can take. You can just write names for your grid lines, and inside of the grid column start, grid column end, and so on and so forth, you can just use those names instead of the grid line numbers. Okay, all right, this is how we can add some custom names to our grid lines.